Hey, welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the one, the only, the eyebrow-raising, the bearded toyholic. I am that guy that people go, hey, that's the insane guy who buys action figures. Yes, I am the Mad Montreal Man, and we got 2.5 action figures for you today. I know it sounds weird, but you'll understand when we get there. But before we get to the action figures, I want to address some rumors out there. First rumor I want to talk about is rumor that Warner Brothers is thinking about selling DC. That's just it. It's a rumor. We don't know anything else. We'll have to wait and see. There is one rumor that I'm hoping is true. Rumor has it that McFarlane Toys has even more action figures coming out than we've seen from the New York Con, including a Black Canary. Yes, I hope those rumors are true because I'm looking forward to that if that is true. Be nice. Because season 4 this season is going to end after episode 52, and there'll be a little bit of a break, maybe a week or two, before I start season 5 of the show. I'm thinking about changing the wall, maybe doing something different. But that's besides the point. We still have a little way to go, so let's get into it right off the bat. The 2 figures we're doing today, well, I've been reluctant to open this guy up, but I figure I already had the other 2 of these guys. So I figured I might as well get the 3rd one. I've been delaying opening it up and delaying, but I figured today's the day. I'm talking about Justice League Glow-in-the-Dark Captain Carrot. Yeah, we're opening him up today. I just figured why not. And if you're wondering, there's 500, yeah, there's 500 of these guys. No, there's 5,700 of these guys. Now, I'm leaving that blooper in there because I already had a few bloopers already. Computer made noise. And the other one we're doing, I decided I'm going to open it up because 2 reasons. One, I've seen people review the regular version. I've seen people review the collector's edition one. Well, not really collector's, but the one that comes in a 2-pack with another villain. And I just figured it's about time, because I do it because the other reason is I haven't seen anybody do this one yet. Not yet. I'm talking about the Grim Knight. That's right. The Dark Knight's Metal Grim Knight Black and White Accent Edition. And there's only 5,000 of these guys. Only 5,000. And yeah, let's take a look at it. I mean, I already have the other one, the regular one. I got the 2-pack, which I haven't opened up yet. And if you're wondering what the half is, you'll have to wait, because we'll get to that after we get these 2 done. But what do you say we start off with Glow-in-the-Dark Captain Carrot? Let's get my good friend, hopefully he's your good friend too, the Steel Blade of Justice, Dr. Scalpel. Ooh, you're being hypnotized to watch the show. And let's start taking him out. The other thing about Captain Carrot is I'm kind of sorry that we haven't gotten the rest of the Zoo crew. I remember when they first announced Captain Carrot, I was like, oh man, that is so cool. And I wouldn't mind seeing sort of McFarlane's take on the rest of the Zoo crew. It would be interesting to see. I mean, it was a stupid comic book, I'll be honest. It was a stupid comic book. I bought it because I thought it was funny, and it was funny. But that's enough of me about talking. That's about me. It's not about me. Let's talk about you. Yes, what about you? How are you doing? How's your toy collection doing? Let me know in the comments. How is your collection doing? Is there anything you're looking forward to that's coming down the pipe? I know I'm looking forward to getting my hands on Jessica Cruz and that Red Platinum Guardian, but we're digressing, aren't we? Yes, we are. What do you say? Top or bottom? Bottom or top? Hands, base, stupid card thing. Oh, but there he is, the Carrot of the Hour himself. So let's take him out of the package completely, throw in a close-up or 2, and we'll be back to talk about Glow-in-the-Dark Captain Carrot. 3D effect. did swap out the hands for the last close-up because on his right hand he came with the trigger finger, which you probably saw in the first close-up. He also comes with a left-hand punching fist. This finger was the finger he had on him, so I figured he's pointing. He's like, yeah, you. See, he's pointing at you. He also comes with 2 open hands. And of course he has the card, which is numbered, and the base, which I'm really tired of these guys. But it's what we get. Yeah. As for the number of my card, well, it's mid-range. Not a great big deal on the card. But let's talk about Captain Carrot himself, glow in the dark. Now, I haven't had a chance to charge him up enough with light to have him glow, but it's still, the white it's a beautiful white. I mean, just look at that. Even though if you think about it, that'd be like me wearing a flesh tone outfit. Okay, I know it's a horrible image you're having in your head right now, me wearing flesh tone. It's disturbing, I know, but it's the fact that he's got white fur and he's wearing a white outfit does make you think, he's wearing flesh tone. That's besides the point. I do love the details in all the little, look at the shirt. It's like, you can see the texture, the detail in the texture. The cape is, your typical rubber cape, but texture in the cape as well. The face, that is a great looking face for a rabbit. The ears are nice. It's a shame the ears don't move. That would have been kind of funny, but I can see them breaking if they did. Posability, he's pretty well articulated. He's a good, heavy, strong action figure. I mean, the only thing that makes him a bit sort of like cartoonish is the fact he's wearing carrots. Yeah, that's it. The carrots are the only thing that sort of make him look like he's from a cartoon. If you took away the carrots, it was just a rabbit-faced humanoid, I'd have no problem with that. Overall, out of the 3 Captain Carrots I have, he's my favorite. Not because it glows in the dark, just because it's just that white and red. I am very Canadian, after all. It really, really makes me like the costume more, because I'm not a big fan of yellow as much as some people think I might be. Just waiting for the comment from the editor. Oh, okay, editor's being nice to me today. I guess he likes Captain Carrot too. But this one is definitely a front of the shelf action figure. He's gorgeous. I love the fact that the hands are not humanoid hands. They're actually, 4-fingered hands, animals, and so forth. Oh, and by the way, he does have his tail, which is something I think I'm really happy about. That's a great action figure. Now let's go to a darker universe, shall we? We're going from Happy Carrot to Grim Knights. Okay, here we go. Once more, the Steel Blade of Justice, Dr. Scalpel. Now, I remember when this figure first came out, super hard to get. I had to buy him from a collector, and I paid a bit of a price for him because I wanted him, because he was hard to get, kind of like the Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was also an expensive action figure for me. So when they announced they were doing this, I was happy about that. Then they announced the 2-pack Killer Croc. I'm like, well, you never know. But yeah, there he is. Chopper bottom. Chopper bottom. Oh, there we go. Card. Oh, that blue really pops. Oh, and he's got weapons. Oh, and a proper base. Okay. And the box is stuck. I'm going to finish taking out the Grim Knight out of the package, and we'll be back after his close-up or two. the close-up, there's some good and there's some bad about this action figure. I like the stand, like the card. I definitely do like some aspects of the figure. I do like the fact he comes with 2 guns that you could take and put out of his hands. The backpack, well, it's a shame these aren't guns that you could use because it's just a molded piece, because that would be kind of interesting to have, 4 more guns, but it's just a backpack you can put on. So let's start talking about the things I like about him. I like the look of the blue on top of the gray with the white. I do like the look of it. I do like the thought of a Batman that's gone really dark. I do like that. There are, however, some issues I have. It would have been nice if, for example, this was a removable gun. In other words, the guns actually were removable. You could put them in and out. It would have been nice if this would have been a whole bunch of guns, or just a whole bunch of extra guns as well. But I can understand the molding of the guns into the costume. After all, it's one of these things, you're going to be like everybody else. You're going to buy it. You're going to take it. You're going to pose it a certain way, and you're going to put it on a shelf. No one really plays with these things, especially not for the cost. Now, if you're buying these and giving them to a kid, kind of respect her for that, but at the same time, too, you got money to spend, because kids will wreck these things. I do like I said, I do like the blue. The base, I love the base. But this brings me to my biggest complaint with this guy. And it's not just the fact that he's stiff, because he is a stiff figure, but the shoulders are really stiff. They barely move. You don't have that wonderful, extra flex. So it's a bit disappointing. The parts there, it doesn't really want to move. But my biggest problem with this guy, well, number one, these ankles are horrible. They're hideous. They're not great ankles. It breaks up the look of the boot completely. And the other thing is the wrist joints. When I was putting the gun in his hand, the hand actually popped off. It's not your typical ball joint. For example, take a look at Captain Carrot here. You have a wrist joint that is very flexible, pretty good. Those wrists are very limited. Not happy with the figure. It's a bit of a shame, because this is a Batman that's really cool. The other thing is, it would have been cool if he would have had his normal flesh tone for the face, not the gray, because then it'd be like it's a Batman winter guy. Do I regret having him? No. No, I don't. I'm a toyaholic after all. Just a bit disappointed that they didn't fix the problems that they had. Those ankles are horrible. That wrist is horrible. It's still a nice figure. I mean, I can see people that are crazy. Not me, editor. I'm not that crazy. Taking this thing and making some adjustments. Like you could eventually take this thing off. You pop the arms off. You take that off and just have a blue bat on a gray thing. Overall, though, I'm happy I got him. He's not going to be prominently displayed, even though he's a rare figure and only 5,000. But the fact that there's those major 2 problems, the wrist and the ankles, kind of brings me down a peg and where I'm going to put him on the shelf. A bit disappointed in this guy. A little bit. I'm honestly disappointed. I was hoping he'd be a Batman figure. I'd be like, yes, super cool. They fixed problems, and no, they didn't. They just changed the color mold. Ah, well, life goes on. Joys of a toyaholic. Which brings me to the half figure. And you're probably going, what the heck am I talking about? Well, in Canada, we have this store called Dollarama. It's kind of like a cheap store that you can get some stuff cheaper than Walmart, for example. A lot of people go there. More and more people are going there for groceries, kitchen items, like, pots and pans, necessities like toilet paper. They have like Halloween decorations currently right now. They also have snack food. They'll have batteries. They'll have some toys for kids as well, or just a toy section. Also things for pets. I mean, I normally go there to pick up a cheap dog toy because my dog destroys toys. And I don't feel like spending $20 for a toy that's going to last 20 minutes. But I saw this today, and I figured, you know what? I know Leroy Jr. would love it. but I'm doing a review on this guy because it falls into one of my rules. As you know, here on the Peg, we don't like the little 3-inch guys. We'll occasionally do a 6-inch action figure. This thing is basically the right size for me to do a show on. It's basically a 7-inch action figure, and it's from a movie. I've seen this movie. It was okay. It's not supposed to be 7 inches because they also had a 3.5-inch version of the character from that movie. But I figured, I saw and I went, this is something I could see someone customizing to be like a figure in a photo shoot. And I'm talking about, hey, $5. It was a $5 thing. $5 Canadian. I picked up this guy here. That's right, Battle Armor Zurg. I just saw it and my first thought was, repaint this. This is a great sort of like villain to have against characters. But what do you say I take him out of the package, throw in a close-up, and we'll see exactly if my $5 was well worth buying this guy. We'll find out. On the close-up, he does come with that little gray piece. When you push the button, this will pop it off. He also comes with 2 shots, and right off the bat, for $5, he was worth it. It's a hollow plastic, but there is articulation. There's not a great, not tons. You can't bend the feet, but there's enough articulation there. In the arms, it spins. I just shot the thing. Okay, it shoots pretty hard, apparently, because that went bouncing. I have no idea where. That's why they give you 2, I guess. Don't push that button. Good thing it didn't hit anything. The head moves as well. I would not advise moving it too much because it did get stuck when I made it look sideways. But for $5, it's not a bad figure. Here, let's compare it to somebody. Let's give it a thumbs up from Kite Man. But you see what I mean? One of those things you pick up, you don't think about it. A $5 toy, a discount place, Dollarama basically. But I can just see this as being something you could paint, customize, and once you do that, well, it's going to be kind of cool because you can actually army build this. I'm tempted to get another one now. I'm tempted to get 2 of them just to have that. Oddly enough, a stupid Buzz Lightyear toy is something I'm actually recommending you pick up. $5, it's not bad. It's not bad. Hold on, I just don't want to have I have seriously no idea. That thing bounced and ricocheted. Who knows where it is? I don't know. But that's not a bad $5 find. It's kind of cool. I mean, it'd be nice if there's a bit more articulation, but for what it is, it actually can make for a really decent backdrop of a display of villains. Okay, just think. Paint it green and purple, it's a Luthor suit. Or if you saw the movie, give it a gold touch, it's the Hammer of Baravia. There you go. Face him off. But hey, for $5, I honestly think it was worth it. I'm actually surprised how I like this thing. I picked it up, spur of the moment. What the heck, $5, I'll pick it up, and I actually am surprised. It's a shame that these don't actually close and stuff, but as a background piece, I might actually get another one, and just to have for some toy photography, have 2 of these and a villain in front. That's going to wrap up the show. I do like this guy. Not a bad action figure for $5. Hey, okay, let's put it this way. For a $5 action figure, he's front of the shelf. And that's going to wrap up the show. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the show. What's coming next week? I don't know. It depends what shows up. There's a whole bunch of stuff out in the States, which I'm hoping shows up here soon, because some of the stuff I want. I will be hunting for red platinums. I've already spoken to one person about the McFarlane EB Games exclusive, so I'm going to probably set up a trade with him for something I can't get here. And I have one more to trade, so we'll have to see. But that's totally besides the point. As for next week, I am not sure. If nothing comes in, I still have a few things I can look at that I've been sort of waiting on, debating on. We'll have to wait and see. But there will be a non-DC special on Wednesday next week. I lost my mind, picked up these things. So tune in on Wednesday for that. But until then, if you don't mind, please don't mind, hit the like button if you haven't done already. And if you haven't subscribed and you think that this show has something you like, well, then please subscribe. And I said before, comment and share. What do you think of Captain Carrot? What do you think of the ankles and wrist on the Grim Knight? Have you thought about picking up a cheap $5 toy for a background? Let me know in the comments. I do recommend this guy here. And that's going to be it for the show. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. And you got to do your best for your body, your mind, and your emotional well-being. Stay healthy. And when you get something for $5 that just makes you laugh, it's a good way, of course, to stay happy. And with all the rumors going around about new DC figures, well, that's a good way to stay positive. And we will see you next week for another episode of On the Pig. Until then, have a great weekend. And, keep buying action figures. Hey, welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the one, the only, the eyebrow-raising, the bearded toyholic. I am, of course, that toyholic we all know as the man. That did not work. No. Shane, that didn't work. Hey, welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the one, the only, the eyebrow-raising, the bearded... As for the half figure, that'll be after we get these guys gun. All of that was for nothing. Bloop.